You're welcome. Thank you so much.
Joining me now from Paris, Adam Kirk, who is a University of Washington student who was near the concert hall where the attackers took hostages and reportedly killed more than 100 people tonight. Adam, thank you for being with us. So you're an American in France, and what was the first you understood that something terrible had happened this evening?
Yeah, I'm just studying abroad over here.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and say this for the record, that the main reason why we're presenting, on this side, Fox News, we're going to go over to CNN as well. But I'm going to tell you, I don't subscribe to this line, and you'll see the difference. The right wing establishment, Fox News, they present to their dumbed down listeners, just like the dumbed down listeners of the CNN left side of the spectrum, a certain narrative, and they're scaring the crap out of everyone with their CIA informant that supposedly says that, no, Islam is bad. Please send your money to the military industrial complex so we can go kill them. That's what they do. OK, what you're seeing on full display, you have to extract as much information as possible. How many people were killed? Take a look at the police state, see the images that they're putting up, extract facts and information to the best of your ability. But remember that most of the bull crap that you're seeing presented by Fox News is straight up government propaganda. It's bull crap. It's no different on CNN. It's no different on MSNBC. The state runs these media outlets. Now, I need your help in the following fashion. If you're on our YouTube channel, I want you to know the establishment doesn't want anyone to hear what I just said about leave me the heck aloneism, individuality, the CIA running ISIS, and they will send their brainwashees in to try to slow down propelling that message. What I need you to do is, if you believe that we need to take care of ourselves, don't mess with us, don't take our stuff, and that applies to every race, creed, and color, that we are anti-establishment, we're anti-government run propaganda, then click that like button. Click that like button, send this message out, and let the pro-establishment brainwashes that want a police state, they want to surrender their sovereignty to the military-industrial complex, they want martial law and FEMA camps, and they want to give themselves up to dialing 911 to come save all their problems. Those people should represent a very small minority of all of us. If you believe in leave me the heck aloneism, click that like button right now. Click that like button. Let's send this message out, and let's let the CIA know that the gig is up. We know exactly what they're doing. It's not going to work on us anymore. We think for ourselves. We carry our own weight from the neck up. F the freaking establishment.
Are free to those milling about the city tonight, and there is no milling. There are only people who are trying to return home from dangerous sites, and they have no place to go. Paris is under lockdown. You are not supposed to be outside, and yet so many hundreds of Parisians, thousands, were stuck outside in venues, never expecting to find themselves in the midst of a coordinated terror attack. I want to reiterate what we had heard moments ago, which is now that The Guardian and others are saying, as a paper, and others are reporting that the officials in Paris are saying that they have that all of the attackers are believed dead, that they believe all of the attackers are dead, but they are hunting for any possible accomplices. And we're not sure how many there could be. You heard Catherine mention the number, perhaps a dozen. I mean, how many people it would have taken to coordinate this and make sure that this attack went off as planned. The reason they're putting the number at perhaps
situation like this, you're not bringing in a hostage negotiator. You have
some of the shooters are believed to have sprayed the restaurants with bullets and possibly grenades before they then went to the state.
Go.
A lot of, obviously, expats, a lot of Americans to the event. They attacked a Cambodian theater, or Cambodian restaurant. So this is part of the aim. This is really a global attack. And your guest brought this up. This is worldwide. This is coming back home. And people were revolted by the kidnappings, beheadings. I mean, you had Margaret Hassan, who was murdered by one of these major kidnapping rings.
And now here is CIA-NN.
The Iraqi community and the Islamic community protested against this.
They're no different. They're both run by the establishment.
And they were so reviled by this.
CIA's Anderson Cooper presenting all of his CIA assets and their government propaganda on CNN. If you think you're on the left side of the spectrum, you're being fed a whole line of bull crap as well. Your left-wing agenda and the right-wing agenda are both pushing us towards the same exact thing, and that is a new world order, a new world religion, us submitting to the collective. No, leave us the heck alone. I believe. I am anyways. I don't want to follow along with your left or right agenda.
Also joining us, Majid Nawaz. But Michael, I mean, for a small number of people, and it is an important number of people, they watch this. They watch the city of Paris shutting down. They watch the borders of France closing. They watch the death toll rising, and they are pleased tonight. They are pleased watching this at this hour, and this is going to drive more people to join this horrific cause.
Absolutely. I mean, look, one of the main bulwarks or propaganda planks of ISIS has been what they call remaining and expanding. So everybody should emigrate to the caliphate. They should move into Raqqa, and that the borders of the caliphate will grow outward. Well, the caliphate has actually been contracting. I mean, they've been losing terrain in northern Syria. They just lost the town of Sinjar in Iraq. So what have they done? If you listen to the spokesman of ISIS, actually he runs all of Syria on behalf of the organization, Abu Muhammad al-Adnani. He says, look, you don't have to come here any longer. You can stay in your home cities. You can become sleeper cells. And joining ISIS is essentially just pledging allegiance to the caliph, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, and having that pledge accepted. So we've now seen a stunning debut by Wilayat Sinai, the ISIS affiliate in Egypt, take down a commercial airliner by putting a bomb supposedly in the fuel tank. This is what we have to be, very, very wary of. As ISIS loses on the battlefield in its heartland of the Levant and Mesopotamia, it will look to increase these international spectaculars. And what worries me most about this particular operation, Anderson, and you've been talking about this all night, look, these guys knew that theater had no security protocol, right? They did their reconnaissance. They probably attended concerts before tonight's, knowing that they could get in there with AK-47s and, according to eyewitnesses now, suicide bomb vests or belts where they were probably looking to detonate themselves at some point. So this bespeaks a months and months of planning, reconnaissance, and yeah, I'm sure that there, we're talking 4 captured or killed terrorists now. There's probably at least a dozen of them, and that means that they've entrenched in France. So what are we to do here? You can't issue a travel warning. It's not like going to Beirut, where another terrorist attack was just perpetrated 24 hours ago. It's not. The U.S. doesn't say don't go to Paris, an international city, one of the most cosmopolitan sites on the planet. So this is exactly what these organizations want to do. And if this is indeed ISIS, I have to say the butcher's bill lately has been incredibly dire, incredibly impressive to them as an organization.
And Majid, we often turn to you in a situation like this. Unfortunately, yourself, a former Islamist extremist, the book Radical: My Journey Out of Islamist Extremism is one of my favorite reads over the last year. And I've asked you this question a million times, but how does one counter this? How do we counter this?
Well, thank you, Anderson, for those remarks. Building on what Michael just said, whereas terrorism that we used to know it in the old days, which now almost look as if they were the good old days, unfortunately, terrorism used to be state-sponsored. One of the earliest suicide bombings that were successful, if those of us who have those long memories will remember far back into Beirut in the 80s when the U.S. Marine base was attacked and hundreds died. But there was always a state sponsor behind these terrorist attacks, and whether that was Libya or any other rogue state like Iran, that's what we were used to, and we knew where to focus our intelligence and activity.